Howard, Stanley, and Mike back here on the post-game show presented by State Farm, BYU and Michigan State. And before the game, presenting Jamaal Williams, a close friend of Mylan Hicks, before the game with some flowers. We go straight to the fourth quarter. Gerald Holmes gets the first touchdown, or first quarter, I should say. Gerald Holmes gets a touchdown at 7-3. I'm just a mess. Here's Taysom Hill to Colby Pearson. So BYU takes the lead there, 10-7. Now to the fourth quarter. It's 4th and 1. BYU up by 3. Hill scrambles. Oh, don't leave the man open! They did. First down, BYU. Next play, Hill, who's a very good quarterback, has been at BYU for a few years now, keeps it himself. First down, touchdown. It's 17-7 BYU. It's starting to slip away for MSU. The next possession, Tyler O'Connor is not in. They put in Damian Terry. Terry gets picked on by getting picked off. Ooh. Michael Davis squeezes it and returns it 40 yards, and the Spartan fans are sitting there going, hang on, what is happening to our season? Are we going to fall to 2-3 on the year? Malik McDowell was back. Remember, he had to miss the first half for targeting late in the game last week. Here, McDowell goes down with an injury and had to limp off the field. The Spartan defense didn't need any more injuries. They're already missing Bulla and Reschke and Williams. Byron Bulla was injured earlier in the game. Sure enough, a few plays later, here's Jamaal Williams into the end zone. And that's it, that's all. Williams at 163. BYU in East Lansing wins easily over Michigan State. 31-14 is your final score. The Cougars ran for 260 yards on the ground, while MSU ran for only 85. Sue-Ann Roback afterwards with the head coach of the Spartans, Mark D'Antonio.
Thanks a lot here with Coach D'Antonio. And Coach, there's really no easy way to say it, but the offense just didn't play good today. You make a switch at quarterback in the fourth quarter, get a little bit of a spark there, but why do you think the offense struggled the way they did today?
Well, you know, in the opening drive, we had a 15-play drive for a touchdown, and then the second series, we went backwards with a holding call, and, you know, I don't know really what else happened, something else there. And then field position, we had two other series where we stopped them on fourth down the goal line, so we had to come off the goal line, got to the 25, had to punt it. So we did drive, get it out of there on that one, and then one other series where we had to punt it out. So, you know, that was in the first half. We've got to score more points. There's no question about that. The second half, the inability to get off the field on defense, got to make tackles, and whether it's the right call or the wrong call in terms of what we're calling defensively or offensively, you've got to take responsibility for that as coaches as well. But you know, you got to get sacks, you got to get turnovers on defense, and you got to stop them on third down. Then, you know, fourth quarter, it's 10-7. But our inability to stop them versus the run in the fourth quarter. So you got all these things going on, and then on the offensive side of the ball, we're just not generating enough. You know, some drop passes and some other things that other things happen. So as I said to our football team, you know, it's taken 9 years to build this program, and I thought we had it to a pretty good level. And so now we find out what kind of foundation our program has, because you know, you're going to have to play with some conviction and coach with some conviction. But you know, it's a reality check for all of us. But the world's not smooth. You know, we've never asked it. You know, we just got to deal with things. You got to deal with things. You got to finish, and you got to get back up. So we got to scratch and claw. We got Northwestern next week. It's a Big Ten game. So that's our next challenge.
Coach, I appreciate your time. Thanks.
Thank you.
Let's go back to Chicago.